y'all. Let me get the mic set up here. What I have to do. So switching up here. Okay, how can I make this work? What's going on, y'all? Oh, we're like all the way zoomed in. Let's get out of my nose. Can you guys hear me all right? Y'all hear me just fine? Perfect. Perfect. All right. Hopefully the camera tripod's set up all right there. Been slamming the reds last 2 times I got out here. 2 reds, 2 for 2. I filmed them on the GoPro too. I'll try to edit some of that tonight. What happened here? Been getting them on cut shrimp on this double bottom rig here. Thank you guys for tuning in. You know, it's Carolina Shore Fishing out here with y'all. Make sure you hit that like button. Share the video with your friends and family. And let's have a good time with each other, you know, God willing. You got the same rod, Stellar rods, Stellar Light. What's it called? Star Rod, Stellar Light? Yeah, that's what it is. Nice rod. I got a cheap $30 Walmart Lose on there. I got you guys set up in a different spot than I usually do. That's why it took me a second to get y'all situated. But where y'all are at right now will give you better color because the sun's right behind you. And I can tell. So I've been getting back into filming. We're going to have the GoPro today. Thank you guys. Yeah, I think there's no like button. You got to double tap to like the video. Or there might be a heart button. I don't know. Give you guys a look. I pick up fresh shrimp since I live down here by the beach. Pick up fresh shrimp at the docks from the fishermen or the shrimpmen. And that's what I use. The reds have been lazy. They've just been wanting to eat a cheap, easy meal like cut bait. I haven't been able to get them on my artificial this year. But who knows? Maybe today it'll happen. Let's see. Is this thing rolling? What's up, Unlimited? Oh, yeah, this thing's rolling. It's been giving me trouble, man. I filmed, got this GoPro thanks to our sponsor, Fish Finders Fishing Charter. Let me grab their card. But I can't figure it out. It keeps freezing the footage and just recording audio. And in the worst times, too. Luckily, I got both of the reds on footage, but I tried filming cleaning the reds last night. And the footage froze in the worst Worst time. And I forgot to bring a towel today, too. So we're just going to be wiping on our clothes. Alright, let's get this out. Got the drag loose, but not that loose. Let's get y'all move just a little bit. There we go. How's that view, you guys? What's up, boring fishermen? How you doing? Yeah, we still got a little bit of time. From what I've been experiencing the last few days. So it might be about an hour before we get something. But we're going to have fun. We're going to do some fishing. Until then, yeah, I said I would show you guys the sponsor card. So I've been filming with the GoPro thanks to these guys here. Out in Murrells Inlet, South Carolina. I think I saw the comment there. What am I fishing for? Fishing for hope. No, I'm just kidding. Fishing for red drum, trout if they're in here, and let's see what happened there. Is the battery dead? And flounder. So just your inshore species. I think the battery died, which was funny because I checked it before I got out here. It was like 60 something percent. No worries, I've got plenty of batteries. Oh, those birds look pretty up there. Alright, I need to go grab some leader line. Back at the car real quick. That guy literally only had enough time for like 5 casts. He got pulled up here as soon as I did too. Alright, I'm going to tie a tandem rig. That way I'll lose 2 things at once instead of 1. I'm using 17-pound. What is this? No, it's not 17. You know, this whole time I thought it was 17. It's 20-pound top knot by Yozeri. Fluorocarbon leader line. I've been lying to y'all for over a year telling you guys it's been 17-pound. I don't know where I got 17 from. But here I am, exposed. So just going to tie a tandem rig. On the bottom, going to have one of these jig heads. Comes from a I think it's a Betts rig. They come already pre-rigged as a tandem rig. I was cleaning up my fishing gear from like the last 15 years. I was doing that this last week. I'm almost done. Kind of reorganizing everything. Feels good too. So now I know how much stuff I have and don't need to buy. So yeah, this thing comes already rigged, but the other part of it was rusted out. This one was pretty straight. So just tying a little dropper loop here, and I use the clinch knot there. Let's see, what have I caught here before? Everything inshore. Yo, Zuri line sucks. Sorry you feel that way. This message has been held. You guys sending inappropriate stuff now? Hello. Hello. For some reason, your hello with a million O's riser was held for review. So maybe don't use too many O's. Like I said, it will be a little bit before the reds pop in here from what I've been experiencing. However, we will be throwing artificials in the meantime. I'm just going to tie a little barrel swivel up top here that I need to find. The top bait that I was planning to use, it's somewhere in this bag on the top of it. Got this whole place to myself. I think it was busy this last weekend because of not Memorial, Valentine's Day. I had a feeling that I wasn't filming with the GoPro, but now we've got it. All right, let me actually get it fully rigged, and then I'll show you guys what we've got here. Get this kit closed back up before we lose all of it and drop it. I threw it up in here. Okay, that makes sense. Like, I don't see anything, and usually I don't throw any hooks down there where I can get hooked myself. So while I was cleaning, I found this in my freshwater gear. Nice little profile minnow with a curly tail. So we're going to use that on the top. What's up, David? Yeah, we're in the south. We're in the south. Okay, so there's our tandem rig. Little butt tail, jig head on the bottom, and the curly grub minnow on the top there. I see we got like 60-something people watching. 50. Hit the like button for me. I think you got a double tap, or maybe there's a heart button. I'm not really too familiar. And we will get to fishing. So throwing this Daiwa D-Shock, cheap $25 Walmart rod. Well, I got it like 10 years ago. Not sure what it costs now. Then I got it paired with a Daiwa BG 2000. Spooled with 20-pound mono. Sorry, 20-pound braid. And then 20-pound fluoro. I don't know where the mono came from. I was using little Z-Man products, but we are going to try a smaller profile bait this time, because I haven't gotten anything on artificial. I think it's because we're using too big a profile right now. The water's really cold. Hey. Thank you, Dunia. What's up? You're in Daytona Beach, Florida. Caught a lot of reds, snooks, tarpon, flounder, trout. Oh, yes. No, I've seen some smaller snook caught here, but we don't have a snook fishery like you guys. They catch like stray bonefish and stuff too. There is tarpon fishery, but snook and bonefish and that kind of stuff, really rare, as far as I'm aware. But piers catch good tarpon out there all the time while kingfishing. Yeah, it is tidal, Morgan. Just all your inshore fish, reds, flounder, trout, that sort of deal. All right, this is what I'm going to tip that bottom bucktail with. This is freshwater, Gulp Alive, nice small profile. I think it's like 3-inch, 3-inch minnow. Got it in a couple different colors. We're going to go with this black shad today. Target some flounder with that. But if those reds cruise through here, they will smoke this thing as well. Not sure how it's going to sit on this jig head. That's the only problem. There we go. So that's what we're working right there. Caught a lot of reds when it's cold. Oh yeah, same here. That's about all I fish for in this area at this time, are reds. But I have seen flounder caught on smaller profile baits, so that's what I'm trying today. I'll stand over here too so you guys can see me. Man, I should have brought my balaclava, my ski mask. It's pretty chilly. It's always weird, like yesterday when I came down here and fished. It's usually always windier over here than at my place, but the wind in this area, I suppose in this direction, it's cold wind in my place, which is only about 20 minutes from here. It was not as cold of a breeze as this. A lot of mullet, big old cob and horse mullet, some people call them, I guess. They're just splashing around everywhere. I tried throwing my net, 'cause some of them would hang around. If you go back like to my stream last year, same time, I think it took me probably like 2 hours to net just 2 big old horse mullet. It was definitely worth it in my opinion. I don't think it took 2 hours. Probably took like an hour, but still took a good while. And it's pretty cold with the breeze and touching that cold water. Not only that, I've got like some burn wounds. Got some 2nd-degree burns that blistered up on my hand last weekend. So the meat is just still real tender. Something is biting on my shrimp here. I'm pretty sure the crabs have moved in. But it's fun when a red strikes it. It could be black drum too. These black drum will have some really soft bites, whereas the reds on shrimp and artificial, you hook one and it's like a freight train headed the opposite direction of you. They're so fun to catch. This tandem rig is swimming really, really well. Really like it. Sometimes I'll run a tandem rig and just drag it real slowly, like across the bottom, fishing for flounder. It's going to be a problem when that sun goes down. Probably got about 30 minutes till it does. But hopefully we'll have a fish by then. And I'm just working this tandem on the bottom. So the bucktail with the Gulp Alive minnow was working the bottom while that top teaser is like over it about 6 inches to a foot. It's over it by over a foot on the actual rig, but underwater, I suppose it only swims about 6 to 8 inches above it. Yeah, something is definitely chewing on our shrimp there. Might be a crab. It might be a black drum just pecking at it too. Our bottom jig is picking up all the grass. Let's see what's happening. Just hold on to that shrimp rod and feel it. I think we had a crab on there. Held on until I started tugging it. I got my shrimp too. And I do like to peel the shrimp. It's kind of tough to do it while it's still frozen, but now that it thawed a bit, I can actually do that. I'll show you guys the size chunks that I use here. Not too big of chunks. So like here's my pinky next to a piece. Like you could even get away with cutting this one in half. But I'll do that just so you guys don't think I'm joking you. We'll cut it in half and use the 2 pieces we got off of it. My rig here did have 2 like pompano floats on there, but the red I caught yesterday bit one of them off. Alright, drag is slightly loose. Oop. Just kicked my rod over on the floor, but I don't care. That's why I use this cheap rod. To show you guys you can get out and get it done for next to nothing in the world of fishing compared to what you can spend. This is from our previous sponsor the last couple of years, Mott's Custom Rods. This is their Arrow Inshore. Do check them out as well. Even though we're not, technically sponsored by them anymore, I do stand by his rods. They are incredible. I've got 2 of his rods. And I was catching a lot of trout this past year on that Mott's Custom Arrow Inshore. Had a blast doing that. Most of those have been on live videos. Some of them are only one of those videos I actually edited. And now that I think about it, I would take some of those lives and edit them up. Actually, I think I did post them to YouTube. I can't really quite remember. I know I posted it to TikTok and Facebook, but it sounds like a good time to plug those as well. If you're on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, you can find me there under the same name. And if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss us when we go live. But I've been hearing from a few of y'all that you're not getting notifications when I do go live, which is pretty lame. I don't know what I've done to be treated this way by YouTube. My bucktail's in the concrete here. Got it out. This is like some concrete with like fabric through it. Oh, did I just put it right back through on? Okay, got it out. But I do like it, like way better than rocks in my opinion, because I can climb down this wall here, get my fish, and climb back up. Like you probably can see over there, some portions of this are rocks. And it gets sketched because the rocks aren't set in place. That's how I dislocated my shoulder in one of my videos from like, probably now, it's probably been like 6 to 8 years since I put that video out. So hard to remember. Everything's such a blur since like COVID. 2020, and then we entered into a parallel universe. Parallel timeline. check the comments. I think they're running. I haven't really been checking it out. Okay, there we go. Man, I got this really good screen protector. Protects even from my touch. Bonefish, never caught one of those. We'll have to catch one. Yeah, they fight really well, I've heard. Caught a lot of reds. It looks good. Thank you. Ever tried Berkeley Max Scent in those areas? Use it for smallies here in VA. Never brought it down with me. Go to Surfside. No, I haven't really. It's rare that I buy these Berkeley products because I just don't. I mean, they work well, but I hate having to stick things in a different container. These have held on with me for like 8 months now, I would say, without drying up in the original packing. Maybe that's because they're the freshwater version and not the saltwater. So, like, you know, I would just get kind of irritated that I'd buy a pack of, you know, Berkeley Gulp shrimps, the Gulp Alive products, open it up, use 1 or 2 for the day, then come the next week or 2 to use it and find like everything's dried up in the bag. And then they sell like containers for you. Like, that was the other thing that I would get irritated about too, is like I'd buy the big jugs of it, and like apparently those jugs aren't the ones you're supposed to be storing them in. They sell like separate jugs that you can buy, and it's just all like capitalism at its finest, which I'm good on. Good on needing to buy something for the baits, to store the baits in. I know you can use Tupperware and stuff, but oh, there goes a big old mullet. There goes another big old mullet. I don't know. I just like to keep it simple, you know? KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Oh, there goes another big old mullet. But that was a long-winded answer to say no, I haven't used those. Sorry. I've been using a lot of Z-Man products last good bit with me. Yeah, I'm hoping to catch a flatfish, catch a flounder on the lure for you guys. Thank you, girl, dad, hitting that like button. The size limit for reds here where I'm fishing is 15 to 23 inches, and you can keep 2. I prefer that over the North Carolina slot, which is 18 to 27, I believe, or 18 to 26, and you can only keep 1. But I much prefer 2 at like 20 to 23 inches, even 16 inches. People say there's not a lot of meat on them. Don't believe them. And I recorded cleaning up the 22 I caught yesterday. I'll try to edit that too. Like I said, it kind of sucks because my GoPro, I had it filming and it stopped like 2 minutes through and just started recording audio only. But I had my phone filming, but in vertical mode. So if I'm able to crop it up and edit it in a horizontal pane, I'll try to upload that. Otherwise, we'll just have to catch another one today and set up to film it tonight with my phone in horizontal mode. Thank you, nature. God bless you too. We have massive gray mullet, really hard to catch, small hook, floating bread. Yeah, I've not gotten any mullet out here. Oh, there goes another big one. But I've seen them, you know, down in Florida fishing for them. And it's got to be pretty easy to, or pretty similar, sorry, to fish for them here. There was one moment where I was fishing somewhere and I had, I made shorts out of it. You guys can check those out from last year. I was fishing in a waterway and a bunch of spots were chilling with bluegill and big old mullet. And I was able to corral them up to the top of the surface and film them. I did catch some mullet on shrimp, and they were big pieces of shrimp too. I was kind of surprised. I was using a sweeper jig. I had the sweeper jig on just to, so I was trying to fish for some sheeps as well with crabs. And then as soon as I noticed the spots and the mullet, I switched up to like a double rig with a really small hook. I was using some really small pieces of shrimp, and it was a lot of fun. I was using a little dock demon too, because I was on a dock. Saltwater fish are usually on the move. They will just show up. Yeah, those reds, I've got them dialed in. And when I started the stream, I was telling you guys it'd probably be about an hour until we hook into one. And sometimes I can get two out of them, but a lot of times I'll just get one, and they've already moved on. Not the one I caught yesterday, but the one I caught a few days ago. Had like 4, 5, 6 other reds behind it as I was reeling it in. It was pretty cool. I wish somebody was here with me to throw on them. I'm pretty sure if they threw artificial, they would have got the trailers to come out and hit it. Because it seemed like they wanted what that one red was eating. What state? We're in the South Carolina. Yeah, redfish do have a lot of meat on them. I don't really fillet too many fish in this economy. There goes a big mullet. I fillet my speckled trout, and I make sushi with those. You guys can check that video out. I put a video on how I make copycat eel rolls with speckled trout fillets. But yeah, these days, like, really not too many fish that I've been filleting. Especially since I'm packing them into the freezer. I'll just gut them, scale them, and gill them. I'll leave the heads on too, in case I want to make a stew. But, you know, there's also opportunity to still fillet it. So I don't fillet anything anymore and stuff it in the freezer, because I never know how I'm going to want to prepare that fish until I actually get around to it. And I find everything tastes a little better when I freeze it, even if it's just for like a couple days. The meat stays nice and firm when I come to work with it and stuff. But I find that it tastes better as well than just straight up fresh out of the water. And most of the time I'm like too beat to get back, clean the fish, and cook it up at the same time. But sometimes I do that, especially with like whiting and fish of that nature. We're gonna have to check our shrimp here in like a couple minutes. Make sure those crabs aren't picking at it. Not gonna lie, cleaning the garage these past few days has been really enjoyable. I want to get out of the cold here and back to that. Hopefully we catch a fish here pretty soon. Not really cleaning the garage so much as just organizing things. I realized my shelves are just becoming a catch-all. So I went and bought a bunch of bins and started packing all similar stuff together. And that's been real fulfilling, just having everything packed in and knowing where everything's at. And it doesn't end there. So I saw all my fishing kits and stuff, and I was like, ooh, I gotta take the time to mess with those as well. And then I ended up washing the kits too. So now I've got hooks and lures and stuff just hanging out drying, and kits out drying. So that's going to be another activity, putting those back together. Like I said, it's been nice because I'm getting to see all the stuff that I have from over the years. Finding packs of hooks and packs of this and that. And I'm just like, whew, I don't need to buy anything for the next couple of years. Honestly, it's a blessing, especially now. Everything's just gotten so much more expensive. Yeah, watch out. Ooh, that was a big mullet. Big old mullet. Yeah, last year I caught some that were touching 2 feet. I think one of them was 22, 23 inches. After this cast, I need to check the shrimp, make sure it's still good. My cousin caught a small red in New Smyrna that had 32 spots on it. Like a leopard red. Yeah, I've caught one with maybe about 10 spots on it. Nothing like that. They get real beautiful. I've heard though that, I really don't know if it's true, but I've heard the one spot on it is a telltale sign of it having good genetics. And I was about to make another cast. We need to check that rod there. And the ones I've been catching the last year here have all been one spot. So they must have some good genes, apparently. I stopped that last cast too quick with my thumb. Had some other comments. Yeah, nobody wants to clean. Cleaning fish is satisfying. It's definitely a blessing. Blessing to clean your fish than have nothing too clean. My dad got me some really nice snips too. I gotta be real careful because they can definitely cut through your finger if you're not careful. Take the bone out. They're for cleaning poultry and stuff, chopping through bone and ligament. But it makes cutting down from the booty hole of the fish all the way up to the gills and the top where the gills attach so easy to just snip off. It's a nice mullet. Love this channel. Thank you, John. Thank you. Hey, we got the same name. Love your name. Yeah, a lot of the big ones do only have one spot, and the only the only red that I've caught with multiple spots was actually pretty big. I think it was like 42 total length, not fork length. Probably like 39 fork length. That's another thing. I think you guys down in Florida have to measure your reds to the fork, whereas our reds here are measured to the total length. Ooh, those mullet are kind of just hanging out right in front of me. Oh yeah. See, last year it was ideal to throw on them because they would be sitting there in nice schools, and I see like 3 or 4 hanging out there. I might have to grab my net, but I know that there's an oyster bed there too. I'll just leave it. I do like to catch a few of them and vacuum seal them and take them out onto the piers in the fall when I'm fishing for reds, the big reds. But it's no big deal. I'll just when the nicer finger mullet are running through the surf. I said I was going to do it last year and never did it, but this year I will do it. Fill up a whole cooler of big finger mullet, vacuum seal them. Because I've got a big old deep freezer that needs to be filled deep with bait too. But I'm pretty sure after I do that, it'll just run dry on me and stop working. And then I'll have so much fish and bait in there that it's gonna go bad. That's how it happens. When you start preparing so hard, you start running into Murphy's Law. Anything that can happen will happen. I remember learning that in 6th grade, and it stuck with me. How true. Might have a sundown bite. Yesterday I caught my red about 10 minutes before this, probably. What's up? What's up? Howdy from the north. Howdy from the south. We're in the southern Carolina. I appreciate you all tuning in with me. Don't forget to tap that screen. Okay, I felt like the casts were coming out all funny, and it's because my line was stored in here all funny. It's definitely getting colder now. The sun is pretty much gone. It is a really pretty sunset, though. Where it's setting this time of year is around these palm trees over there. So the palm trees have a really pretty silhouette with the nice orange sun in the background shining through it. Picturesque. I stared at it a little too long, though. I can feel it in my eyes. It's getting a little too cold. I'm gonna put my gloves on. My hands are getting chilly. I've got some tacos at home, taco meat that I cooked up. I'm already thinking about dinner. I'm usually always thinking about food. You guys know that. Thinking about how I'm going to cook food, what I'm going to cook. But tonight, I don't have to cook. I've got taco meat already cooked up. And I've got the Quest protein taco chips. So I'll do like walking tacos with those. It'll be a really high. Oh my goodness. Those. Oh, I got my jig in the oyster there. Looking at those mullet. Yeah, they're. Ooh, they're flashing in front of me. Ooh. No, I might have to run and grab my net. They're coming in kind of thick right now. I know as soon as I grab the net, though, this rod's going to pop off. Oh, but no, there's like 4 just chilling there. But as soon as I crawl down, oh, no. No, I got to go down there, y'all. I got to go down there. I can't see them when I take my sunglasses off. Ooh, there's like 8 of them just chilling there. Oh, that's why my car smells bad. It's the net. I didn't even catch anything in it, though, the other day. I guess I still got to rinse it out, though. Yeah, those mullet are just hanging out right in front of me. I'm going to stay at the top and throw on them and then go down. Because the other day, they were scattering as soon as I'd go down there. Oh, yeah, they're still there. Perfect. The thing is, I got to throw... Oh, yeah. I got to throw it right on them. Perfect throw. Hopefully I got some. Oh, yeah, I got a couple of big ones in there. Heck yeah. That's all I needed. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Look at that. Look at these big old mullet. Thank you, Jesus. One throw, that's all I need. Look at these big mullet. Look at that mullet. That's a mullet right there. We got 2 of them. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Let's put them in the cooler on the ice. Keep them fresh. I was struggling throwing my net the other day, but I got a perfect pancake on them. They didn't even see it coming. Oh, that's going to make good drum bait. These suckers smell, though. These suckers smell. But they're good size. Look at that. In Egypt, where I'm from, they use these to make a pharaonic. It's a food that's been around since the times of pharaohs. They pretty much salt these fish and ferment them over the period of like a couple months. And it smells really bad, so I've never gotten into eating them. But culturally, they still do it where I'm from. But I'm good on eating stuff that you need a hazmat suit to touch. I have tasted it. It's good, but I just can't get past the smell. Oh, we got a little pinfish on that throw. I thought I saw something else swimming in there. Here we go. Little pinfish. Throw him back in. I'm going to hold on to the net. Maybe we'll throw it again. That was a perfect spot. There were no oysters to run into, and pulling it up, no oysters. Let's see if I can give you guys a look without. I'll do it in a second. That probably will be too dark to do that. I'll give you a look now. You see, like, where I was pulling it up was like right up there, so there's no oysters in the water and like virtually no oysters there, so it worked out really well. Like night fishing better where you're at? Yeah, I do a lot of night fishing when season kind of comes around and there's a lot of people that come visit the beach. I turn nocturnal, take naps in the day, so I can fish from like 10 to 2, 3 a.m. Ah, buddy. But it's blessed to have a job, man. A lot of people out here are just wondering where they're going to get their next meal. So we got to be thankful for our work. That's for sure. Still got my mic. Nice. Howdy, actually Washington. Thought it was West Virginia. I'm like opposite dyslexic. How you doing, Washington fishing? I bet those mullet don't come back in front of me after seeing what I just did to a couple of their buddies. Wow, the sun's fully gone down. I think we're in the time period for our red here. I can't tell because I don't have the watch on me and I don't know what time it is. If one of y'all can hit me in the chat with the Eastern time, I can let you know for sure where we're at. I don't need my shades, but I can see these mullet a lot easier. I definitely got to watch this net when I get back. Oh, there's some. Yeah, they're back. I'm going to let them get a little closer. Okay, I got like one or two. Ooh, that's a big one. It was out in the middle though. Middle of the channel. Those that I threw on were right in front. And I need to remember to wash these gloves now too. I got a bunch of bait towels that I need to wash separate from everything, so I'll just throw these in there. Sit right there. Oh, it just shot out to the middle. Oh yeah, they're coming through now. Pretty thick. Running tighter than the last few days. I hope this GoPro was filming and got the throw on those mullet. Try to put a short video on that. I think I figured out the game plan for the next time when I see him. Rather than scooting down this wall and getting them all spooked off, I'll just sit up here and throw at him. That one might have got it, but he might have seen the net coming his way. I think that's... Oh, no, we did get him. I gotta watch out, because when this wall gets wet, it gets slick, even with these deck boots. So I did kind of slide down there. There we go. We got another one. That's enough for me. Why is the... Oh, did we tear the net? What's going on here? Why was the lead up there? It's funny. I think we got a little oyster there, because I did throw it out farther than that last one. And something funny happened. It's all kinds of tangled up. This was going to be the last throw anyways, because it's about time for those reds, and I don't need to be spooking them. So let me get this net over here out of the way. Now I can take these sunglasses off. I need to try to figure out what's going on. Look at that. Oh, it's all tangled up. I think it's the fish that's got it all wrapped up like this. Okay, I think that's, yeah, pretty sure it's this fish. Its fins are huge. Alright, we got the net situated. Not as big as the others, but this is perfect. Perfect size. Hey, Edward. Yeah, it is real windy. Thank you. Yeah, 3 big old mullet. That's all I need. Now let's get us a red. Or a black drum. I do already have a couple reds. Alright, what's going on here? I see threads hanging out. Oh, we've got a big hole in this net. That's what happened. We've got a giant hole. Time to replace the net. Buy a new one this year. Throw this out instead of washing it. Yeah, I don't know. I was like, I might as well throw it some more if I'm gonna throw it out, but I think I'll just save it for throwing on big mullet out here. That way I'm not worried about tearing up a new net either. But the hole on it was huge, not gonna lie. The size of it would let a small child through it. So it'd be easy for these mullet to go right through it as well. We need to check our bait here. Yeah, we need to bait up again. Because it is time for these reds to come cruising back through here. And they prefer to hit it when I'm messing with another rod. So that's what we're going to do. That's pretty sad. That's a pretty shepherd. Need to rehook this gulp alive minnow. It got pretty torn up somehow. I'm going to hook it sideways this time. Because the top part of it kind of got beat up from running the bottom. Another reason I don't really like the Berkeley stuff. I mean, if it can't take the bottom, what's it going to do when the toothy fish hits it? Going to use a bait for a fish? One bait for one fish? That's why I don't buy voodoo shrimp anymore either. They've been like that with me as well. Catch like one 15 to 18 inch flounder on it, and it's already like jacked up. Much prefer the rattling shrimp, which those went out of business. Or not out of business, they sold the business to another fishing company, and I think they discontinued the rattling shrimp. Yeah, this thing's just getting torn up real easily. We just hooked it and it's already slipping and sliding. I mean, there is no lure catch on this jig, but I shouldn't really need it. Oh yeah, I was talking about artificial shrimp. So now I'm using the Z-Man Shrimp Z's. I've caught a few fish on it so far, but I'll let you guys know what I think about it next year after I've fished with it this year. I have seen Walmart selling knockoffs of voodoo shrimp. Those might be worth trying as well. Probably like half the price too. We should be getting a bite here in the next like 15 minutes. Mark my words. Mark my words. 15 minutes. And if the reds are here, we'll be pulling on that rod. Or this one. I hope to get one on artificial. I haven't had one tug at the artificial yet. I felt like what was just a bite there twice. I probably should have slowed down a little bit. Yeah, it's about time for reds to come cruising through. Depending on the time. What time is it, y'all? So I might be speaking out of line here. 6 p.m. If it's 6 p.m., then yeah, they should definitely be cruising through. Tide should be coming in by now, and it is time for them. So, like I said, 15 minutes. We should have a bite by then. Otherwise, it'll probably be too dark to keep the stream going. I'm happy with the mullet that we got. Vacuum seal those and keep them for bait for drum off the piers later this year. Not only that, I'll try to do like a shark fishing video or a stingray fishing video from the beach, so I can take that smaller one or even the bigger one out with me and chunk it up and cast. Not like crazy shark fishing with big gear and stuff, just casting shark fishing for little like 4 to 6 foot sharks. I'm not into the whole big shark fishing scene and kayaking your baits out and all that. It seems like it's not like that for everyone. There's people that are real passionate about it, like the guys that I filmed with. They're real passionate about just fishing for the sharks and don't really care about the pictures and all that. But some people, I feel like, get into that shark fishing for compensation. I fish to fill the freezer. This is my grocery shopping. Especially with the grocery prices, I'm seldom throwing stuff back if I can keep it. I eat a lot of fish these days. Let's see what we got. Yeah, it probably was slack for a little bit. The wind's gone against the current. Oh, there we go. That was a red. Did y'all see that? I don't think he got hooked, but he definitely hit it. Dang, he ran through there and hit it pretty hard there. Did y'all see that? That was a red for sure. I don't like that cast, but we're going to just leave it. Could have been one of those mullet too, because I have not had a red hit it and let go like that. So it could have been one of those mullet. They also could have just swam right into it too, the way they're just swimming here. Yeah, they are kind of thick right now, swimming by. That hook right through my pants. Wow, that gulp alive is already slipped off of our bucktail. I've not had that problem using a jig head with a keeper, so I'm gonna blame it on just this bucktail, because I have used it quite a bit and not had this problem. So we're going to blame it on the jig head that we're using, this bucktail jig head. Give him the benefit of the doubt here. I got a feeling tonight we'll double up on a red. They'll swim by, hit that shrimp, and then they'll see my tandem rig and come after it as well. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. My gloves are soaking wet. It's probably counterintuitive to be even wearing them to keep my hands warm. I should take them off. Got wet from throwing that. Holding those mullet. My hands are actually colder without the gloves. Kind of curious if this is. Oh, it was. Yeah, this wasn't recording anything at all, too. I don't know what it is, man. But the GoPro I got from our sponsorship deal is having a lot of issues. It's not filming or anything. It's too dark right now, anyways, to get good footage. Maybe we got the cast net throw. Hopeful that we did, but in my experience, it has not been good. I've reformatted all the SD cards and updated the firmware. Tried different SD cards, and it's still the same problem. I gotta just buy a different camera and not go with the GoPro anymore. We're having issues. I don't know what people are using these days. Probably not even filming anymore. Probably just doing live streams like what I'm doing. Because it beeped and turned on, started filming. But then it didn't beep to turn off, which means it froze while filming. I didn't have that with my GoPro Hero 5 or my 3. It's been a problem with the 6 Black. gonna give it a little bit here. What was that? Sharp. Yeah, I have seen those drones. I'm thinking about getting one since I believe North Carolina changed their drone policy. Used to be you couldn't use a drone at all, but I think now they've amended it to you can use it to drop baits, and a couple of other use cases like that. So I've been thinking about getting a nice one that can carry out big baits too, but like I said, I'm not really into the whole shark fishing thing, so I don't know that I'd even use it much. But I do want to get a drone for like filming, so if I could get one that does both, then I might as well. Definitely getting hungry here. Had a pretty late breakfast though. I ate breakfast around like 11 a.m. Then I had a banana and an apple before I got here. Kind of hold me over. Need to buy some like more protein bars or something too. If I would have had one, would be good. Where are you at, Reds? Don't stand me up tonight. These mullet are everywhere now. That's how it was yesterday too. I started coming back in with the tide, and those Reds weren't too far behind them. What's up, Chris? You just getting here now? I netted a bunch of big mullet. You should go back to the scroll back in the stream and see those mullet I netted. Let me see what time it is. We've been streaming for an hour and a half. It feels like a lot longer. 6:25. So yeah, we got like I said, I said 15 minutes, probably like 5 or 10 minutes ago. We're gonna give it another 15 minutes from now. That should put us at about 40, an hour and 40 on the stream. And if we don't have them by then, they're just going to be out here a little too late for me. Got to get back and feed the pup, feed myself, and get back to cleaning my fishing gear in the garage. Ooh, something just tugged on there. Yep, something's tugging on there. Come on, be what I'm looking for. Something's messing with it. Here we go. Here we go. I should put on my headlamp so when I get down there, it's getting a little dark for me to see. I got this headlamp. I could signal the ISS from here. turn it off though before I spook them. I don't know, something was messing with it. Yeah, $100 for a knockoff GoPro sounds about right. I had one before, but the footage just really, like it said it filmed 4K, but it wasn't really truly 4K footage. I don't film in 4K, but I'm sure now I film mainly in 1080 or in 2K 1440. So if I can find a good knockoff that films up the 2K, true 2K, I'll have to get some. Yeah, the drone that I was looking at that does that is the Swell Pro. It's like a big drone. I think they make them like orange or red. I'm sure it could film too. If not, that'd be lame. I want to show you guys the sunset over there, but I know that something will happen with this rod, and my phone's a little iffy with the touch, with the screen protector on there, so I'll be fumbling around with that, trying to get y'all back on, and we'll just miss everything. So I'll just explain the sunset to you. Nice orange gradient into a blue silhouette of the palm trees and the beach houses over there. It looks pretty sweet. I love how too it kind of like has a color gradient all the way into a purple over here. Usually it's like a purple color, and that you guys should have seen earlier. It's not like that now. It's getting too dark over there. But I'm forgetting that these drum like to hit while I'm working this. They don't like me watching the rod. We cast off the other half of this rod. The Daiwa D-Shock strikes again. I've been thinking about gluing it. Most of my rods are one pieces, but like I said, this is a cheap Walmart Daiwa D-Shock. And it'll do that every like few trips that I come out here. I think I might just epoxy it in, super glue it in, something like that. JB weld it. What is up with this? Wow. Thought this headlamp was sitting on me all funny. The good thing is, if it's too dark by the time I get one, I filmed the other two. The bad news is the other two that I filmed, they were in daylight, but I was using the chest mount, and I didn't realize that like where I'm holding the rod, you can't really even see my rod. So it's like I'm fighting fish by magic. And I think that's what like makes the video. That's why I was wearing the head mount today, because that's what I usually wear, and you can always see the rod with that. But people complain when I use the head mount because I look around a lot, and so it makes some people sick watching me. But I did get the others on film, and the film footage does appear to be good, with that one caveat that the rod isn't really showing in it. How do I trim my nose hairs? With the I actually did that this morning. Trimmed them with a Phillips, I think it's a Phillips nose trimmer. Yeah, I did that this morning. Funny you ask. Noticed the gray one just sticking way out. Like, where'd that come out from? It grew overnight. How's the fishing? Catching any slabs? Not really catching flounder this time of year, but I've been getting into drum, red and black drum. We're going to give it like another 5 minutes here. It's going to be a little too dark for y'all to see anything in a little bit anyways. We'll give it like 5 to 10 and then head out. Oh, I bumped into that mullet there. Would have been fun to foul hook it. I fight really well. They've got like lead heads too. Just gonna do one last cast with this and then go put these 2 rods away. Put the bag away, and we'll just sit and watch this one for the next 5 minutes. See if anything hits it. I might be able to turn this light on. You ever go dock light fishing? No, don't. Know of any docks that I can do that on this waterway. If you're watching and you own a dock nearby and you wouldn't mind me fishing it, let me know. We got people showing up right now. Y'all see that rod better now that I set the light up? I don't really know. Let's put these up. Forgot my water bottle was in that cooler. Now it's all mullet. So we got 3 minutes, and that'll be the full extent of the time that I'm willing to put out here. Some people pulled up with a bait bucket. It looks like they're going to do some flounder fishing with some mullet. Oh, there we go. Something just bit it. Bearded Viking Woodworks, Hold Up Carolina in South Carolina. What's up? What's up? Where am I? It's one of those, if you know, you know. It's a pretty familiar spot to a lot of people. But I won't be back out here for a while. So I'm going back to work tomorrow for the rest of the week, and this weekend I'm going to be busy. I need to power wash the house and the patio. The pup's got a vet appointment, so I don't know if I'm going to get out and fish this weekend. Oh, something's messing with it. Something's messing with it. Come on. Come on. Something just took a little bite. It was a quick little nip. I mean, there's a lot of mullet in here. Now that it's dark, it's hard for them to see, so they might just be swimming and bumping into it. But that definitely did look like a little bite. Oh, Charleston? Yeah, you're far, far from me. You're a few hours from me. What do I do for work? My job says I shouldn't say, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Gotta separate work from personal life. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it, y'all. I'm gonna give it 5 more minutes, 6 more minutes, something like that. We'll go till like the stream hits an hour, 50 minutes. I had that little tug. I might have got my bait. I'm not even gonna check it because I'm not even gonna pull any more shrimp out to cut up. They're all covered in mullet right now too, anyways. All I'm thinking about are those tacos. Gotta remember. Gotta rinse out the cooler. Those mullet. And I gotta rinse that bait bucket and cast net. Figure out if it's even worth hanging on to, too. I don't think any of the lead lines ripped, but for some reason, some of them were sticking out. It was all funky, and there was a big hole in it. Thought I saw something tug there. I'm sure these mullet are just swimming into my line. We had one, what looked to be a bite. Oh, was that a shooting star? No, it's a plane. I can't believe people ask you where you fish. If you're a fisherman, you know better than to disclose the location. Yeah. Especially at night. I don't like people pulling up on me in the dark. I know my parents are watching the stream like, oh, please go home, please go home. I love that one meme that's like, if I ever drown, don't say I died doing what I love. I love fishing, not drowning. Meme always cracks me up when I see it. Here, fishy, fishy. Yeah, I don't mind having to buy a new cast net every year because I definitely catch so much bait, like hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of bait with one like $30 net. So it more than many times pays itself over. Especially last year, I was able to net a lot of live shrimp, which is awesome. So we got like 4 minutes here. Then I'm definitely calling it. It's getting cold. Now the sun's not shining anymore, and I'm getting hungry, and my bowel is starting to move. Got a few factors working here, but I got a feeling, I got a feeling. I also have a slight feeling that I'm fishing on credit here because we have seen our rod get tapped a couple times, but I'm not gonna check and cut the stream here. We're just gonna let it sit. I'm glad I got this headlight with me too, the headlamp. So if I do hook into something and have to go down there, I'm definitely going to need it. Be too sketch otherwise. I forgot to weigh the red that I caught yesterday. It's probably about like 5 to 7 pounds, if I had to guess. Maybe pushing 8. It was fat. It was big. The only thing is now that even if I caught something, I wouldn't even want to clean it. I would still clean it, but having stayed out here much longer than I originally wanted to, definitely don't feel like cleaning anything. Do I have a video of it on YouTube? A video of what exactly? I forgot. I've been talking so much. But the fish are gonna bite. Da-da, da-da. The redfish. Oh no, not yet, not yet. I filmed it. I found the clips on the SD card, and luckily the GoPro didn't freeze the clips. I just haven't gotten around to editing it. I wanted to put ooh, there's a little bite. Come on. Come on. I want to put together a little, like a fun little video with it. Not long, like just a few minutes, 3-4 minutes. Put together some shorts with it. But I don't want to just post the clips. Like, I kind of want to just tell a story with a catch too. But in a few minutes. It won't be a long video. I say that, but it might turn out to be like 10. I think each catch was probably like 3 minutes from baiting up to putting them in the cooler. I also filmed cleaning it, so hopefully I'll put that together. That one I don't need to really edit. I just need to figure out how I'm going to do it since the GoPro died. Or didn't die, it just froze. And just started recording audio only. Alright, that's our time. That's our time. We're actually a minute over time here. And yes, we were fishing on credit, and those were probably mullet swimming into my line because I can't see, it's so dark. But hey, can't catch them every time. And I'm pretty stoked about the 3 big mullet. And stoked that I don't have to clean any more fish tonight. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. I'll see you next time. Like always, happy fishing. Remember to pray and read your Bibles as well. All right. Peace. This is the awkward moment where I'm trying to end everything.